Another video, bro, nigga. I know I've been gone for a long time, bro. I'm back, bro. I'm finna post 15 videos, but today we react to every streamer who got called Gooning and explain, nigga. I know this big ass news for the unemployed, nigga. But I wanna know explain who got called Gooning.
Good evening, unemployed people. In today's video, we'll talk about
Yes,
streamers gooning.
What?
From streamers leaking their own tabs live.
The syndicate took a serious blow.
What time is it where I am?
Bro, that's my biggest fear. That's why I don't
8
want to go live, bro. I'm too clumsy, bro. I'm accidentally, so my tabs from last week and now, nigga, I be having tabs from last month and that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. What?
Hold it. Run that back.
What time is it where I am?
Enhanced section A6.
Eagle-eyed viewers analysed the frame and quickly unearthed a shocking discovery.
2 viral clips that almost ended entire reputations.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
These are the times when streamers got caught gooning. Starting off with the streamer Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat's gooning moment happened during a stream where it appeared he was receiving a sexual favor. Specifically, what many viewers believed looked like a
them went there with the BBL baddies.
hand job while still live on camera.
Yo, it's the fact that he just doing it straight. He doing it straight right there.
I was somewhere hot.
Keep in mind, his younger brother was in the room with him at the time.
But anyways, like I said, for a man,
Yo,
what do you bring to the table?
At first, it even looked like the girl went for something more explicit, but Kai seemed to push her off to keep his composure.
Let me explain what I bring to the table.
This little baby buff ass nigga.
How about that? Stop posting your money. Stop posting your car. Stop posting your house. Go on there and post your personality. Show me how funny you are. Show me how, you know what I'm saying, how nice you are.
But you might see that stuff and I take you to Arby's
Yo.
and you're like, we got.
Yo.
And I take you to Arby's and we thought really doing on that.
When the girl was later asked what was happening, she didn't even bother to deny it. What shocked people even more was that Twitch didn't take any action. No ban, no suspension, nothing. This was especially concerning considering a huge portion of Kai's audience is made up of kids.
Bro, he's the #1. Let's not. Oh, so how come why do all the famous people have?
Now, the next case, Atrioc, real name Brandon Ewing, a well-known Twitch creator and former NVIDIA marketing manager who built his reputation on being smart, funny, and relatable. Best friends with Ludwig and part of that tight-knit circle of respected streamers. Atrioc got caught gooning in one of the most unexpected and career-damaging ways imaginable. He was live on Twitch, doing a normal stream, chatting, showing things on his desktop, nothing out of the ordinary. But for just a split second, a single tab flashed across his screen.
Syndicate took a serious blow.
What time is it where I am? What time is it where I am?
It was open to a deepfake adult site, featuring explicit, non-consensual videos of popular female streamers, including some of his own friends and colleagues like QT Cinderella and Pokimane. The frame lasted less than a second, but the internet caught it instantly. If you don't want the technical jargon, here's the blunt version. A site had videos where the actual faces of popular female streamers were digitally grafted onto adult content. Deepfakes steal likenesses without consent. They're ugly, illegal in spirit, and they ruin lives when they leak into public view. Atrioc, at the time, closely tied to big creators like...
No, I thought he was just like, ain't nothing wrong with watching a little porn, but you, of your friends, you making little snippets and little, no AI porn, bro. Of your friend, that's how you just a gooner.
Like Ludwig.
This is where it goes down. Next thing you know, he's talking it. You know,
in social circles that included QT Cinderella, suddenly had the worst possible thing tied to his name. When he finally showed up on stream to apologize, it was raw and messy, and he had his wife with him. He said,
I'm embarrassed. I'm angry at myself. I feel fucking... I just feel so...
Imagine being a wife in this situation, you know?
So fucking stupid. Before I go into the apology...
Well, whether the exact phrasing sounded odd or not,
you should have checked and closed the tab. I would have checked and closed the tab.
Emotion was real. He admitted to accessing the site one time while his wife was out of town and claimed he purchased access the same day the tab leaked, then forgot to close it.
Everyone here probably knows what's going on. I want to say, first of all, that it's true. It's 100% true. I looked at a deep fake porn video. Before I go into the apology, because I think it feels weird if you use a butt later, I just want to say a couple facts. I don't know if I should include this or not, but I have the fucking the receipt thing right here. It's from the exact same day that fucking clip is from. All right, there's no pattern of behavior. It's not months and months and months. It was just one video on the same day, and I just stupidly left the fucking tab open, and it was at 2 a.m. on the night before when Ari was out of town. So
QT Cinderella publicly said their relationship was irreparable.
The platform and the wildfire that it spread is just like, it feels so unrepairable at this point.
She felt personally violated by the content and the fact that it involved people close to her. After the leak, Atrioc didn't play the deny
like they sitting up here, you sitting up here all up in our faces, but you sitting there making it
everything game. He stepped up. He publicly donated over $100,000 to fight deepfake sites, spent money and time taking them down, and claimed to have helped remove hundreds of them. From a PR perspective, that's the kind of corrective action teams preach about.
It's like you already caught, bro. It's like you already
accountability.
But you your connections, you ruined them, the collabs, you ruined them, fam.
Plus remediation. From a human perspective, donating real cash and lobbying for takedowns is the minimum you can do when your mistake contributes to harm. Now, flip the script to DSP. Darkside Phil, or DSP for short, is a longtime internet personality and gaming streamer, known primarily for his presence on platforms like YouTube.
Ooh, we got 67,000 videos. That nigga's a, well, cause I'm a grinder. Whoa,
and Twitch. He's been active in the gaming and streaming world for over a decade, becoming a staple of the Let's Play scene. DSP initially gained popularity in the mid-2000s with his walkthroughs and commentary on video games, particularly ones like Street Fighter and the Elder Scrolls series. Now, DSP was live years ago, setting up what he thought was just another pre-stream. He believed the broadcast hadn't started yet, casually sitting at his desk, totally unaware that his camera was rolling. Then it happened. In full view of his live audience, he started pleasuring himself, completely unaware that hundreds of viewers were already watching. Seconds later, he looked up, realized the camera was on, froze, and muttered,
"Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know."
Within hours, clips were circulating everywhere. YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, with thousands of people in disbelief. It wasn't just shocking, it was absurdly awkward. For DSP, the damage compounded in a different way. In the aftermath, he tried to laugh it off, calling it an honest mistake, and saying he thought the stream hadn't started. Technically, he wasn't lying. It really was an accident. But that didn't matter. The internet isn't known for empathy. The clip spread faster than any of his gaming content ever did, and his name became a punchline across forums and reaction channels. Nowadays, he struggles to even get a decent number of views, though that could also be because of the dead games he plays. DSP really fell off. Next up, we have Vosh. The Vosh incident started like...
Do what you want to do, but it's a small niche of people. So, we finna read this. You see how it says, how to detect a predator have a seat. They're all predators. So, is this the clip where he got caught? Or it's the clip, is he trying to say something? But you see the niggas who be saying something be the main ones that be something.
Any normal stream. Casual, laid back, him browsing and chatting with his audience. He's a political commentator known for long debates, deep discussions, and sharp takes. But during one of his streams, while sharing his screen, he opened a folder on his desktop. For a second, everything seemed fine, until chat noticed what was inside.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Among the thumbnails were explicit images, and some of them weren't just normal adult content. They appeared to be questionable, drawn, stylized images that people immediately recognized as being tied to an artist known for lolicon material, including underage-looking characters.
Alright, thank you. See, you see how the main ones, that little comment, you see it was something small that proves that he was on a topic of it. And so the main niggas who be on it, let's not get to these predator catchers. They're not doing a bad thing, but at least one of them Like, remember that one nigga was like, at least one of these niggas a pedophile. At least one of us sitting here is attractive. Remember this shit? That nigga not lying. At least one of them niggas. He not lying, bro. Some of y'all niggas are weird.
One folder title in particular, something about horses, made the situation spiral even further. The internet moved at lightning speed. Within minutes, screenshots of his desktop were everywhere. Reddit threads, Twitter posts, YouTube reactions, all dissecting every inch of that folder preview. People labeled it the horse folder incident, and it instantly became a viral talking point. For someone who had built his career talking about morality, power dynamics, and social justice,
Look at the. I didn't fuck my cat. I didn't come. Like, he's saying some weird. Like, why are y'all on this topic? And for him to have these drawings.
Someone who had built his career talking about morality, power dynamics, and social justice, this was the last kind of exposure anyone expected. When Vosh realized what had happened, he addressed it immediately in a follow-up stream. His tone was defensive but calm, trying to contextualize everything. He admitted that, yes, those files were real, but he claimed he hadn't known who the artist was or what their art represented.
By the next day, I had learned from what felt like the entire goddamn internet that two of the images in my folder preview window were actually from a well-known lolicon artist, and therefore definitely intended to be lolly.
Don't dudes put they acts in the pictures or something like that?
Which has to be the...
I don't know about that. I'm just saying, because like on regular little art, they put their little ads on it. So I'm assuming to promote, that's how you know he's known. You have to put he put his ad on it. Stop lying.
Worst possible way to find out about that sort of thing. Now,
he explained that the folder contained a mix of adult artwork he'd saved over time and said he hadn't realized a few images came from a controversial source.
Obviously, the accusation here isn't just that I had those images saved. That part's true, not really an accusation, but also that I must have known that they were lolicon and saved them because they were lolicon. Now, the obvious and predictable, but nonetheless true response from me is that no, I didn't know that. And that must not have been the impression I got from those two drawings, because if I had gotten that impression, then I wouldn't have saved them.
Yes, you
did.
He insisted he didn't support that kind of material, and that it was a case of inattentive browsing, not deliberate behavior. Now, in streamer terms, that excuse doesn't land clean. You don't accidentally keep an entire folder of NSFW content with categories like that. But here's the complicated part. Some people believed him, not because of the folder, but because his core audience already saw him as a left-leaning debater who spoke often about morality, art, and context. They already had a mental model of him as philosophical, so when he leaned on that angle, his fans gave him room. His response video actually had a positive like-to-dislike ratio, which is wild considering the context. After the dust settled, Vosh didn't lose everything. His numbers dropped, but he slowly regained momentum. People debated it to death. Some left, some stayed, and a few months later he was pulling similar view counts again. Now let's move to Rockeye. This one's different because instead of getting exposed accidentally, he basically exposed himself. His private Twitter Goon account leaked, and instead of denying it, he went live and owned it.
Gooner. Oh my gosh. Okay, so chat, listen. You caught me.
What happened?
Yes, I beat my meat. Yes. Chat, everybody. Hold on, listen. Chat, listen. Everybody in the world has like a separate Twitter account where it's mad,
we know, bro.
mad like that. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I beat my meat.
Hey, go follow my Twitter and Instagram.
Hey, chat, by the way, chat, that account been hacked.
His tone was defensive but comedic, half joking, half serious. He said the account had been hacked, then said it was old, then admitted he used it. What made this so interesting wasn't just the confession, it was how casual he was about it. He talked about it like it was something to be proud of, like everyone does it. He made jokes mid-stream, laughed, and turned it into a meme with his chat. By the way, I made a video about how spoiled Rakai is getting, so go check it out, guys. Then there's iShowSpeed. His situation was tame compared to the others, but still blew up because of who he is. He was live typing something into Google, and after typing H and O, the autofill finished his thought: how to have sex in cyberpunk. That's it. No clips, no leaks, no folders, just one autofill. But the Internet ran with it. Drama Alert reported it, Twitter turned it into a meme, people joked that he was caught gooning live. Speed's entire career runs on shock, noise, and spontaneity. His audience doesn't care about scandals because his brand is chaos. That's an important dynamic. The bigger your brand's identity as unpredictable, the more you can survive unpredictable events. And Speed did survive. Next up, we have Sketch. The Sketch incident hit the internet like a wave no one saw coming. Sketch, the YouTuber known for clean humor, upbeat energy, and family-friendly content, was one of those creators people thought could do no wrong. His channel was full of lighthearted skits, gaming, and jokes that appealed to kids, teens, and parents alike. He built an image that was spotless. No controversies, no scandals, just good vibes and consistency. That's why when the news broke about his old OnlyFans account, the shock hit harder than anyone expected. It started with screenshots circulating online. Someone dug up archived posts linking Sketch to an old OnlyFans profile, showing adult content he had allegedly made years before his rise on YouTube. Within hours, people started debating if it was really him. The evidence
I wonder who was hitting that shit at the time.
Lined up. Usernames, old photos, timestamps. And when people realized it was legit, the conversation flipped from disbelief to outrage. Fans felt betrayed. The comment sections were flooded with messages like, "I can't believe this. He lied to us," and "He's supposed to be family friendly." But the truth is, Sketch never lied. He just never talked about it. He had a past, like everyone else. And that past happened to include something people weren't ready to associate with their safe creator. What really burned, though, was how fast brands reacted. Companies dropped him, collaborations disappeared, and YouTube channels that once promoted his content started deleting playlists. It was a domino effect, driven by optics, not facts. And that's the dangerous part of the influencer economy. Your livelihood isn't just built on views, it's built on perception. Sketch responded.
So, okay, I'll start from the top. Look at this, open and honest. That was me.
Freaky.
That was me. It's okay, though. I will tell you what. Okay.
He posted a statement saying he was young and dumb back then, that he'd grown, and that his content now reflected who he wanted to be.
I will tell you what. Okay. 2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of the stuff.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
You know, I'm a changed person.
But like, that was crazy for...
It was short, almost minimal.
It's crazy for this nigga to be sitting up here on stream and just be taking, like, it's
No tears, no theatrics, just a line drawn between then.
Hey, that's the end of the video.